Hello, Rama Pupoda. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, wonderful, having a happy and peaceful life. Now let's continue with devotee Nagalashmi. She would slowly push me in the direction of Bhagavan's sofa so that I could crawl towards him. I would try and climb up the sofa, but the attendant would pick me up and place me back on my mother's lap. This was a daily occurrence. One day I moved towards the sofa and just climbed up. Bhagavan, who had been watching all this, supported me with his left leg lest I tumbled down. He pressed his right foot on my head, remarking, "He has been making an effort every day to achieve this. Today, there have been no hurdles. He has succeeded. I was able to get this prasad of Bhagavan's holy feet on my head because of my mother. My mother, who showed me the real Bhagavan, would always declare, 'I only gave birth to your body. Bhagavan is your true mother.' In this manner, she trained me to have Bhagavan, true consciousness." My father had a stroke in 1965, leaving his right side paralyzed. Dr. T. N. Krishnaswamy, who attended on him, called me aside and said, "Ganesan, this is his second attack. I did not inform anyone of the first attack he had. A third attack may prove fatal. Please take good care of him." Feeling as if a bolt of lightning had struck me, I ran to my mother and informed her. Totally unperturbed, she very calmly said, "Go to Bhagavan's shrine and pray there." I did as she advised and also told Bhagavan what had happened. In those days, the shrine of Bhagavan was just a thatched shed in the midst of a lot of open space. I would sleep outside the shrine on a plain mat with neither pillows nor sheets. I used to enjoy the experience. Bhagavan appeared in my dream 3 or 4 times, and each time it was crystal clear, almost like I was in the waking state. This time too, it was a lucid dream. Bhagavan inquired, "Ganesa, why are you crying?" I told Bhagavan that perhaps my father would die, and to me that would be unbearable. Bhagavan answered, "There is nothing to worry." Then Bhagavan put out his hand, in which there were 3 wood apples. Foronia limonia, a fruit found in India. Handing over a wood apple to me, he said, "Give it to Vengatu, my father's pet name. Ask him to eat it." He then gave the second one to me and said, "Give this to Nagu, my mother's pet name, and ask her to eat it." Handing over the third wood apple, he said, "You eat this yourself. Everything will be all right." I woke up from my dream. It was 2 in the morning, but I ran home to my mother and told her about the dream. We tried to get wood apples the next morning, but we were not successful. When we were able to buy them after a few days, we followed Bhagavan's instruction precisely. Needless to say, my father never had a third attack. In fact, he lived up to the ripe old age of 93 and passed away only recently. When I told Dr. T. N. Krishnaswamy about the dream, he started prescribing wood apples to his patients with similar ailments, along with their other medicines. My mother's advice to me was, without doubt, instrumental in my having this life-saving dream. My mother got cardiac asthma in 1980. She was suffering from a great deal of pain and was admitted to the local government general hospital. However, there was no suitable treatment for her condition. Even oxygen cylinders were not available in the hospital. During the time, instead of going around the hill at night as I usually did, I used to sleep in the hospital at night and return at around 4 in the morning to the ashram. On one such night, the chief doctor called me aside and warned me, "Your mother's condition is critical. She will die. Take her to a bigger hospital in Chennai." Although he spoke in a low voice, my mother had an idea of what the doctor told me. She called me and asked, "What did the doctor say?" I had no choice but to tell her. She said, "Give me your word on two things." I nodded. She continued, "First, promise me that under no circumstances will you take me away from Arunachala." My Guru, Bhagavan, came to Arunachala and never left this place until he dropped his body. Likewise, not allow anybody to take me away from here, no matter what the circumstances are. Secondly, I must die when I am in a state of full consciousness. Please allow that to happen, because if I die in that state, then I may not have any rebirth. Even if I scream in sheer agony, do not allow the doctors to give me morphine or any other sedative. Let my body suffer outwardly. Inwardly, I will have merged in silence. That's all, folks. Let's continue the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Puppud.